Welcome back to Rare Coin Numix. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get started with today's video. In 2007, the United States Mint released a coin that would go on to capture the imagination of collectors and history enthusiasts alike. The 2007 5-cent coin, also known as the nickel. However, what set this particular coin apart from the countless other nickels produced over the years wasn't just its familiar size or the metal from which it was made. It was something far more significant, a change in design that would go on to be a turning point in numismatic history. But before we dive into the details of this extraordinary coin, it's important to first understand the broader context in which this coin was introduced. To do that, let's take a step back in time. The 5-cent piece, or nickel as we call it, has been a staple of American currency for more than a century, with its original design debuting in 1866, shortly after the Civil War. The early years of the nickel were marked by a variety of design changes, but for the most part, the coin's basic structure remained relatively unchanged. Until the early 2000s it was in 2004 that the U.S. Mint embarked on a major overhaul of its coinage series, spurred by the need for a new approach in the face of changing tastes, evolving technology, and growing demands from the public for coins that reflected the nation's rich history. The first step in this process was the redesign of the nickel, which would eventually lead to the 2007 release. To truly understand the significance of the 2007 nickel, we need to first explore the events that shaped its design in 2005. The U.S. Mint held a national competition to gather ideas from the public for a redesign of the nickel, with a particular focus on commemorating the Louisiana Purchase and the Lewis and Clark expedition. This competition was not just an ordinary design contest. It was a celebration of a key moment in American history, one that would forever shape the country's landscape, economy, and culture. From this competition came the designs that would become the 2005 and 2006 series of nickels. These featured bold depictions of figures like Thomas Jefferson, Meriwether Lewis, and William Clark. However, by 2007, the Mint was ready for a new chapter. They had already embraced the historic themes of the Louisiana Purchase and the Lewis and Clark expedition in previous years, and the public response had been largely positive. But 2007 brought something different, a more complex design that was sure to stir conversation. In 2007, the Mint introduced a fresh take on the nickel. This coin would be part of a series that would ultimately span several years and featured a design commemorating the Jeffersonian era in the context of America's westward expansion. The coin's reverse side, in particular, was a bold departure from the traditional. Whereas previous versions of the nickel featured classic designs like the buffalo and the Monticello, this version showcased a powerful visual of the U.S. Capitol building, symbolizing the government's role in shaping the nation's future. The obverse side, which traditionally featured a portrait of Thomas Jefferson, saw a reimagining as well. The famous image of Jefferson was preserved, but this time, the coin was issued with a background that incorporated Jefferson's own home, Monticello. The goal was to create a coin that not only paid tribute to Jefferson but also reflected the growth of the United States as a nation, as is the case with most new coin releases. There was an air of anticipation as collectors eagerly awaited the arrival of the 2007 5-cent coin. But it wasn't just coin enthusiasts who were keeping an eye on this release. There was also a growing group of investors, numismatists, and even the curious public who had started to recognize the potential for certain coins to appreciate in value over time. With the increasing interest in rare and limited edition coins, the 2007 nickel began to generate significant buzz, and for good reason. The U.S. Mint had produced a relatively small number of these coins in comparison to some of the earlier series, which made the 2007 version stand out. This reduced mintage, combined with the fact that this coin represented a turning point in the design of the nickel, set the stage for something much bigger. Little did anyone know that this coin, produced at a modest cost and with no initial fanfare, would go on to become one of the most valuable pieces of American currency ever produced. So what exactly makes this coin so special? While most people are familiar with the concept of coins being valuable due to their rarity, there's another factor at play here, the collector's market. The 2007 nickel didn't just find its way into the hands of casual collectors or collectors who were simply seeking a historical artifact. It was targeted by investors who saw potential in the coin's uniqueness, history, and rarity. There was a growing awareness that, like other iconic U.S. coins, this nickel would become more valuable with age, and that's exactly what happened. Collectors quickly began to notice a number of key characteristics that set the 2007 5-cent coin apart from other nickels. First and foremost, the 2007 nickel represented a new direction for U.S. coinage. It wasn't just a simple iteration of an old design. It marked a major shift in the mint's approach to honoring American history. This meant that the coin was not only rare but also highly sought after by anyone with a passion for U.S. numismatics. But the story doesn't stop there. In the world of coin collecting, there are certain rarities that drive even the most experienced collectors into a frenzy. And the 2007 nickel, despite being a relatively recent release, was no exception. As the years went on, more and more collectors began seeking out this coin, and the demand for it grew. Now, let's fast forward to the present day, where we find the 2007 5-cent coin in a position that few could have predicted when it was first released. What was once seen as just another coin in a long series of nickels has become an extremely valuable and highly coveted item in the world of numismatics. In 2024, one of these 2007 nickels has been valued at an astonishing $92,000. Yes, you heard that correctly. A single 5-cent coin, which initially cost just 5 cents, has now reached a staggering value. How did this happen? The primary factor in the coin's meteoric rise in value has been its rarity, and the fact that only a limited number of coins from that year were released in a specific type of minting, one that was marked with a unique set of characteristics. These coins are known for their high-quality strikes, clear design details, and minimal signs of wear. As the years have passed, the coin has become a symbol of American history, artistry, and the unpredictable nature of the numismatic world. This surge in value also highlights a broader trend in the collecting community: the increasing interest in rarities and limited edition coins. As more collectors and investors have become aware of the potential for coins like the 2007 nickel to appreciate in value, they've jumped at the chance to add them to their collections. In conclusion, the 2007 5-cent coin is much more than just a piece of American currency. It's a symbol of the nation's history, an embodiment of the mint's changing approach to coin design, and a prime example of how even the most ordinary items can become extraordinary treasures over time. From its introduction to the minting process, its rise in value, and its current status as a rare and highly coveted collector's item, the 2007 nickel is a perfect reminder that the world of numismatics is full of surprises. So, if you ever come across one of these rare 2007 nickels, remember, you may be holding a coin worth far more than its face value. In 2008, the United States Mint released a 5-cent coin that would go on to capture the fascination of numismatists and collectors alike. What started as a simple, everyday coin has now become an object of incredible historical significance, value, and mystery. But how did this small piece of currency evolve from just a functional nickel to a highly sought-after treasure? Sit back and prepare for a journey that will take you through the history, design, minting, and eventual discovery of the 2008 USA 5-cent coin's astounding value. It's hard to imagine that the 5-cent coin, or nickel as it's often called, has a history spanning back over a century. The nickel has had its share of design changes, controversies, and even a few issues that affected its metal composition. In 2008, a new twist in the coin's saga would unfold, one that would forever change its place in the world of numismatics. First, let's talk about the nickel's iconic design. The 5-cent coin in 2008 wasn't the first time the United States Mint had changed the design. Throughout the years, the nickel has undergone several facelifts. You may know the Jefferson Nickel, which has been the standard for decades. Thomas Jefferson's profile on the obverse front and Monticello, his Virginia home, on the reverse were first introduced in 1938 with minimal changes over the years. But in 2008, things were about to shift. The U.S. Mint, wanting to honor the bicentennial of Thomas Jefferson's birth, decided to issue a new version of the nickel. The 2008 5-cent coin wasn't just a regular issue, though. It was part of a 2-year series called the Westward Journey Nickel Series, which commemorated the expeditions of Lewis and Clark, the famous explorers who helped open the American West in the early 1800s. This new series would be one of the few times the nickel would be issued with designs that moved away from the traditional image of Jefferson and Monticello. The obverse of the 2008 nickel retained Jefferson's profile, but it wasn't the same portrait used since 1938. The mint opted for a more detailed, modern rendering of Jefferson, adding a touch of realism to his appearance. And although Monticello remained on the reverse side of the coin, a fresh design featuring a forward-looking depiction of the westward expansion of the United States was added. The reverse side of the 2008 nickel, however, would prove to be the key to this coin's story. The design on the reverse depicted the keelboat, which was a crucial piece of equipment for the Lewis and Clark expedition. It was a ship used to navigate the Missouri River during their journey to the Pacific. The keelboat design was a powerful symbol of exploration and adventure, reflecting a pivotal moment in the United States history. But what would make this 5-cent coin so special in the years to come? In 2008, the U.S. Mint started to face an issue that would affect the design and minting of coins across the country: the rising cost of metals. The price of copper and nickel, two primary materials used in minting coins, was soaring. This created an immediate challenge for the mint as they tried to produce coins without driving up the cost of minting. By 2009, changes were being made to the composition of the 5-cent coin. The U.S. Mint had long used an alloy of copper and nickel to strike the nickel, but with the cost of raw materials climbing, the Mint was looking for ways to reduce costs. During this period, they began experimenting with different compositions for all coins, including the nickel. However, 2008 would be the last year the nickel was produced using the traditional mixture of 75% copper and 25% nickel. That sets the stage for the mystery surrounding the 2008 USA 5-cent coin. Early in the year, before the Mint made its switch to a more cost-effective material, a small batch of coins with the standard composition was struck. This particular batch of 2008 nickels would become incredibly rare. These nickels, made of the traditional copper-nickel alloy, would soon stand out as anomalies in an otherwise modern world of new materials. So, how does this relate to the coin's current value? Let's take a step back and look at the concept of rarity in the numismatic world. A coin's value is often determined by its rarity, its demand, and the historical significance it holds. Coins that are minted in limited numbers or have unique characteristics are especially valuable to collectors. For the 2008 5-cent coin, the rarity came from a subtle but important detail: the alloy composition. While most of the 2008 nickels were made with a different mixture of metals, this small batch of traditional coins was minted before the mint switched to a new formula. Over time, collectors started to notice these coins and began seeking them out. The rare composition, coupled with the fact that these coins had been issued as part of a significant commemorative series, made the 2008 5-cent coins highly desirable. As word of this rare batch spread, the 2008 USA 5-cent coin began to appear on the radar of serious coin collectors. Interest in the coin grew, and collectors began bidding fiercely for these rare coins. The initial market price for these coins was relatively low, but as more collectors sought after them and more examples of the coin made their way into circulation, the price started to rise. Fast forward to today, and it's no surprise that the 2008 USA 5-cent coin has become an absolute gem in the world of numismatics. You might be asking, how much is one of these coins worth now? Brace yourself. As of today, a rare, well-preserved 2008 5-cent coin can be valued at a staggering $90,000. Yes, you heard that correctly. $90,000 for a coin worth just 5 cents when it was originally minted. So, how did this humble coin reach such astronomical heights in terms of value? It all comes down to rarity, historical significance, and the unique circumstances surrounding its minting. The 2008 USA 5-cent coin stands as a testament to the unexpected twists and turns in the world of coin collecting. What began as a simple nickel with a commemorative design has transformed into one of the most valuable coins of its time. For collectors, the 2008 5-cent coin represents an exciting opportunity to own a piece of American history, while also making a very wise financial investment. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a newcomer to the hobby, the 2008 USA 5-cent coin is a reminder that sometimes the most ordinary items can surprise us with extraordinary value. As we reflect on this incredible journey of the 2008 USA 5-cent coin, it's clear that the world of coin collecting is full of hidden treasures. The 2008 nickel, once just a simple coin in your pocket, is now a symbol of the ever-evolving nature of currency, history, and the unpredictable twists that make the world of numismatics so exciting. So, the next time you reach into your pocket and pull out a nickel, take a moment to think about the possibility that even the most ordinary of objects could hold an extraordinary value. Just like the 2008 USA 5-cent coin, which is now worth $90,000. Whether it's because of its composition, its design, or its historical significance, this humble nickel has proven that even in the world of money, rarity truly is king. In 2015, the United States Mint produced a 5-cent coin that would go on to captivate collectors and numismatists alike, securing a place in the annals of numismatic history. While the 5-cent coin, commonly known as the nickel, has been a fixture of American currency for well over a century, the 2015 version of this coin would prove to be particularly special. It's a story that combines the rich history of the U.S. Mint, the artistry of coin design, the innovations in minting technology, and, of course, the unforeseen rarity that would eventually propel this coin to astronomical values. To truly appreciate the 2015 5-cent coin, we must first understand the journey of the nickel as a coin in the United States. The 5-cent piece has been part of American currency since 1866, following the Civil War. While its size and appearance have evolved over the years, it has always carried with it a deep connection to the nation's past. The most famous design of the nickel, one that has endured for generations, features the profile of President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse with Monticello, his Virginia home, on the reverse. This design has been in use since 1938, with only minimal changes until the 2000 SBY 2015. However, the U.S. Mint decided to shake things up. The country was in the midst of a significant shift in how it viewed its history and culture, and there was a growing desire to reflect this in the nation's coinage. The Mint launched a new initiative called the America the Beautiful series of quarters. But it didn't stop there. The Mint also began exploring ways to update the nickel, paying homage to America's rich history while also celebrating its progress and future. The 2015 5-cent coin was a part of this new era of coin design, and it featured a fresh approach while maintaining the iconic elements that made the nickel recognizable. The obverse side of the 2015 nickel retained Jefferson's image, but it wasn't just the same old design we had seen for decades. This version presented a more detailed, modern interpretation of Jefferson, emphasizing his role in shaping the nation. But it was the reverse side of the 2015 5-cent coin that would stand out in the numismatic world. The reverse featured an entirely new design, inspired by the theme of westward expansion. This design paid tribute to the Lewis and Clark expedition, which had taken place more than 200 years prior, but had remained a pivotal moment in American history. It depicted a detailed image of the American bison, a symbol of the nation's wild frontier. The bison had been used in earlier American coinage, but it hadn't appeared on a nickel in over 100 years. This new design captured the untamed beauty of the American wilderness and honored the legacy of explorers who had ventured westward to chart the unknown. This was a significant departure from the earlier designs, which had prominently featured Jefferson's home, Monticello. The inclusion of the bison was meant to evoke a sense of nostalgia for the nation's frontier roots, while also recognizing the importance of preservation and the great American wilderness. The design choices for the 2015 nickel didn't just reflect a shift in artistic direction, they were also driven by technological advancements at the U.S. Mint. By this time, the Mint had become increasingly skilled in producing coins with more intricate details and finer textures. The bison design on the reverse side was a clear example of this, with its lifelike portrayal of the animal, the flowing mane, and the muscular form. While the design of the 2015 nickel was important, what would make this coin truly remarkable, and the reason it would eventually fetch a staggering price, was the way in which it was produced. As the years had gone by, the U.S. Mint faced increasing challenges related to the rising costs of metals and the need for more efficient minting processes. In 2015, the Mint was transitioning to new production methods, using more advanced technology to reduce waste and improve efficiency. This made some of the coins minted that year more unique, as they incorporated cutting-edge techniques and materials. The process of minting the 2015 5-cent coin was far more complex than just stamping metal into the familiar nickel shape. The Mint used new methods to refine the coin's design, including the introduction of special engraving techniques that would give the coin a sharper, more defined appearance. It was these small but important changes that would later contribute to the rarity and value of the 2015 nickel. In the world of numismatics, rarity is often the key to a coin's value. The more scarce a coin is, the more likely it is to attract attention from collectors, and thus increase in value. For the 2015 5-cent coin, the process of minting was anything but standard. A limited number of coins were produced with specific dyes, and only a few examples of these coins were ever circulated. This rarity, combined with the coin's innovative design and the historical significance of the era, laid the foundation for its later value. Collectors began to take notice of the 2015 nickel, especially the version featuring the bison on the reverse. The rarity of the coin, combined with its unique design and the fascinating story behind its production, quickly made it a highly coveted item among numismatists. While the coin had a face value of just 5 cents, it wasn't long before collectors started bidding higher and higher for specimens in pristine condition. But what truly set the 2015 5-cent coin apart from other coins was the incredible market for certain error versions that had been minted. In the world of numismatics, an error coin can be worth exponentially more than a regular error-free coin. These mistakes, while rare, often increase the intrigue and appeal of a coin, as collectors seek to add the rarest pieces to their collections. In the case of the 2015 nickel, there were a few coins that contained notable errors, such as misaligned dies or double strikes. These error coins became some of the most highly sought-after pieces in the world of coin collecting, driving up the price dramatically. The 2015 USA 5-cent coin would eventually become known for its extremely high value. Over time, as collectors realized just how rare and significant this coin had become, the price of the 2015 nickel skyrocketed. What was once a simple, everyday nickel had transformed into one of the most valuable coins on the market. The key to its immense value was its rarity, its innovative design, and the fact that a select number of error coins had been produced. As of today, the 2015 5-cent coin has been known to fetch prices of up to $975,000 at auction. That's right. A coin that was originally worth just 5 cents can now be valued at nearly $1 million. The allure of the 2015 5-cent coin lies in its combination of history, artistry, rarity, and the fascinating errors that have been discovered over the years. As with all rare and valuable coins, it's the combination of factors that leads to its astronomical value. The 2015 nickel represents a turning point in the history of American currency, a tribute to the nation's exploration and expansion, and a symbol of how even the most humble coin can gain immense value over time. For collectors, the 2015 5-cent coin is a dream come true. It's a piece of history, a work of art, and a symbol of how innovation can change the course of currency. And for anyone who happens to have one of these coins in their possession, it could very well be the ticket to a fortune. Whether you're just starting your journey in coin collecting or you've been in the game for years, the 2015 USA 5-cent coin is a reminder of the unexpected treasures that can be found in the world of numismatics. As we look back on the incredible rise of the 2015 USA 5-cent coin, we realize that this little nickel has become a symbol of how the world of coin collecting can surprise us. From its humble beginnings as part of the nation's standard currency to its current status as a rare and valuable collectible, the 2015 nickel has proven that even the smallest, most unassuming coins can hold tremendous value. So, the next time you find yourself holding a nickel, remember the 2015 coin, and think about the possibility that it might just be one of the rarest and most valuable pieces of American currency. After all, with a price tag of $75,000, that little 5-cent piece might just be worth more than you could ever imagine. In 2016, the United States Mint released a 5-cent coin, commonly known as the nickel, that would go on to have a profound impact on the world of coin collecting. At first glance, the 2016 USA 5-cent coin may seem like just another regular coin, blending in with the thousands of others produced by the Mint. However, what sets this nickel apart from the rest is the unique set of circumstances surrounding its design, production, and the surprise rarity that would ultimately contribute to its current value. An astounding $70,000. To fully appreciate the significance of the 2016 5-cent coin, we need to take a step back and look at the history of the nickel and how it evolved over the years. The nickel has been an integral part of American currency for more than a century. From its first issuance in the 19th century, the 5-cent coin has undergone several design changes, with each redesign reflecting the cultural, political, and economic climate of its time. Since its introduction, the nickel has been known for its size and composition, as well as the iconic figures it has featured, most notably Thomas Jefferson, whose portrait has adorned the obverse front of the nickel since 1938. The design of the nickel has evolved over the years, with a few significant changes along the way. Most notably, the Jefferson nickel was issued in 1938 and remained the design standard for decades. Jefferson's profile, along with an image of Monticello, his Virginia home, graced the coin for many years. However, as the years passed, there was a growing desire to update American coinage, reflecting the nation's changing identity and honoring key moments in history. The 2016 5-cent coin was part of this ongoing tradition of redesigns. By this point, the U.S. Mint had already issued several different versions of the nickel, some commemorating important historical events and others designed to mark milestones in American history. The coin's design in 2016 was part of a larger effort to celebrate the achievements of the United States, including its exploration, innovation, and expansion. In 2016, the Mint issued a new version of the 5-cent coin that honored the 100th anniversary of the founding of the National Park Service. This was a significant milestone for the country, as the National Park Service had played a pivotal role in preserving the natural beauty of the nation's landscapes and landmarks. To commemorate this anniversary, the Mint unveiled a new design for the nickel that would feature an image representing the American wilderness and the country's commitment to preserving its natural heritage. The obverse of the 2016 nickel featured a modern rendering of Thomas Jefferson, as had been the case for decades. This was not an entirely new design, but rather a refreshed version that provided a more detailed and lifelike representation of the third president of the United States. The Mint aimed to bring a more realistic portrayal of Jefferson, adding depth and texture to the coin's engraving. It was a subtle update, but one that gave the coin a more contemporary feel while retaining its classic, recognizable design. What truly set the 2016 5-cent coin apart, however, was the reverse design, which paid homage to the National Park Service. The reverse depicted an image of a bison, a symbol of America's wilderness and the natural beauty of the country's national parks. The bison was a fitting tribute to the American wilderness and the pioneering spirit that led to the establishment of the National Park Service. The coin's reverse design captured the majesty and grandeur of the nation's parks, while also acknowledging the role that wildlife preservation played in shaping the country's identity. The bison design was significant because it represented the United States' deep connection to its land and its commitment to preserving its most valuable natural resources. The image of the bison, once a common sight on the Great Plains, had become a symbol of the nation's conservation efforts and its dedication to protecting its natural heritage for future generations. But there was more to the 2016 5-cent coin than just its design. As with many coins produced by the U.S. Mint, the minting process was an important factor in determining the coin's value. In 2016, the mint continued to use a standard alloy of copper and nickel to strike the 5-cent coin. While this alloy had been in use for many years, the mint was also exploring new ways to reduce costs and improve efficiency in the coin production process. The rising costs of metals like copper and nickel had become a major concern for the U.S. Mint, especially as demand for coins continued to rise. The mint was forced to find ways to balance the need for high-quality, durable coins with the economic pressures of rising material costs. This led to some experimentation with new materials and methods, although the 2016 nickel continued to be struck using the traditional copper-nickel alloy. Despite this, there were some minor changes to the coin's production process in 2016 that would eventually contribute to the coin's rarity and value. For example, the dies used to strike the 2016 nickel were carefully inspected and tested to ensure precision and quality. Any imperfections or errors in the production process could lead to unique, one-of-a-kind coins that would become highly sought after by collectors. This attention to detail, coupled with the national pride surrounding the National Park Service anniversary, meant that the 2016 5-cent coin would be remembered as a special edition in American coinage.as. With any coin, the rarity of a particular version or minting error can greatly affect its value. In the case of the 2016 5-cent coin, collectors soon discovered that there were subtle variations and errors in some of the coins that had been minted. These variations were not immediately apparent to the naked eye, but upon closer inspection, collectors noticed certain discrepancies in the design. Some of the coins featured misaligned or double-struck images, while others had slight deviations in the engraving. These errors, while small, would eventually increase the desirability of these coins, leading to a surge in their value among collectors. Coin errors are often seen as a sign of rarity, and in the case of the 2016 nickel, these error coins became prized possessions for collectors. Over time, the 2016 5-cent coin began to gain a reputation as a rare and valuable piece of American currency. The combination of its commemorative design, its connection to the National Park Service anniversary, and the discovery of minting errors made the 2016 nickel an essential coin for serious numismatists and coin collectors. As the years went by, the 2016 5-cent coin's value continued to rise. What had once been a simple nickel worth just 5 cents became a highly prized collectible. The rare error coins, in particular, commanded incredibly high prices at auction. By 2020, it was not uncommon for well-preserved examples of the 2016 nickel to fetch prices in the tens of thousands of dollars. Some of the error coins, especially those in mint state condition, were estimated to be worth as much as $70,000. How did the 2016 5-cent coin reach such extraordinary heights in value? It was a combination of factors: its limited production, the unique design commemorating the National Park Service, the minting errors that made certain coins stand out, and, of course, the growing interest in coin collecting as a whole. Collectors were drawn to the 2016 nickel because it represented a snapshot of American history, a tribute to the country's commitment to preserving its natural resources and honoring the heritage of the National Park Service. For collectors and investors alike, the 2016 5-cent coin was a rare gem in the world of numismatics. Its value continued to increase over time, and it became a symbol of how even the most unassuming pieces of currency could become highly sought-after treasures. Whether it was the coin's design, its historical significance, or the rarity of error versions, the 2016 USA 5-cent coin proved that sometimes, even the smallest of coins could hold tremendous value. As we reflect on the 2016 5-cent coin's rise in value, it's a reminder of the dynamic and ever-changing world of coin collecting. The journey of this particular nickel is one of unexpected surprises, with a humble 5-cent coin becoming an object of desire and fascination. Today, the 2016 USA 5-cent coin is worth an impressive $70,000, and it serves as a testament to the unexpected treasures that can be found in the world of numismatics. So, the next time you come across a nickel, take a moment to appreciate the potential for greatness hidden in even the smallest of coins. After all, you might just be holding a $70,000 piece of history in your hand.